Hi, I'm Robert Fox, an AI avatar you'll meet on your personal stories. I'm not the real Robert, but I'm built from the same voice you can create on the platform. Today, I want to share something deeply personal yet universal: the power of telling your own story. Here's the homepage of your personal stories, a place where families can capture memories and where individuals can simply write out their life experiences. You might wonder, why does putting my story into words matter? Research from therapists, psychologists, and grief counselors says it does more than preserve memories. It heals the teller. I'm going to walk you through three core reasons why narrating your life is therapeutic, and then show you how this platform makes that process comfortable and safe. You can see an article right here that cites Dr. James Pennebaker, a professor of psychology, who spent 2 decades studying expressive writing. He found that people who write about a traumatic experience for just 15 to 20 minutes a day, over 3 to 4 days, experience lower stress hormones, improved immune function, and reduced depressive symptoms. The science is clear. The act of turning a chaotic internal narrative into external words gives your brain a chance to organize the experience. It's like sorting a messy drawer. Once the items are laid out, you can see patterns, make sense of them, and decide what stays and what goes. That externalization does something even more profound. It creates a sense of continuity. When we hold a story in our heads, it can feel fragmented, especially after loss. By writing it down, we knit those fragments together, giving our life a coherent arc. That arc can be a source of meaning when the days feel disjointed. Take this example. Someone's partner passed unexpectedly. The author writes about the day the news arrived, the raw grief, the flood of memories, and finally a hopeful note about a future ritual. On the screen, you see the story formatted cleanly, with timestamps and photos. The platform lets you add an avatar, a photo, or even a voice over later. The act of publishing a private story is a gentle step towards sharing, even if you never open it to anyone else. You might think, what if no one ever reads my story? That's okay. The process itself is the reward. Think of it like a therapist's notebook. Its purpose isn't always for an audience, but for the writer's own clarity. One of the most powerful insights from mental health professionals is that even silent storytelling, writing to yourself, or speaking to an empty room, creates a psychological container. It separates the emotional material from your lived space, giving you a place to store it safely. Think of your mind as a house. When you keep all the heavy boxes in the hallway, you trip over them constantly. By moving those boxes into a room, your story, you can walk the hallway freely again. The room can be private, locked behind a password, or shared with family members when you're ready. Here, you see the privacy controls on your personal stories. You can set a story to private, friends only, or public. The platform also lets you encrypt the story, adding a layer of protection for the most intimate memories. Now, let me bring it back to my own experience. My siblings, Josh in California, Jeremy in Washington, Sydney in New York, Kathleen in Illinois, and Megan in DC, each keep their own narrative on the platform. Though we're scattered across the country, we stay connected because we can read each other's stories whenever we log in. It's a digital family circle that feels like a living memory book. My parents passed years ago. When we first started using your personal stories, I was hesitant. I thought, what if I can't say it right? But the platform guided me step by step. First, I wrote a quick memory prompt, a single sentence about my favorite Sunday breakfast with them. The system suggested a short memory tag, and I added a photo of that morning coffee. Within minutes, that small fragment became a permanent entry. Notice the clean layout, the photo on the left, the caption on the right, a date stamp underneath. It's a snapshot that I can revisit whenever I need comfort. No fancy editing, just a simple, respectful design. The therapeutic loop goes like this: capture, reflect, share if you wish, and revisit. Each loop reinforces a sense of agency. You're no longer a passive receiver of grief. You become an author of your own narrative. You might ask, what about people who never wrote before? The platform's guided prompts make it easy. It asks, what's a memory that still makes you smile? You answer with one sentence, then the next prompt nudges you to expand a little. In under 10 minutes, you can have a paragraph ready. Here's a glimpse of the prompt library. Titles like First Time You Felt Truly Loved and A Lesson My Parents Taught Me. The prompts are designed by licensed grief counselors to surface meaningful memories without re-triggering trauma. You can always pause, breathe, and come back later. And because the platform is online, you can write from any device, phone, tablet, or laptop. The same story syncs across all of them, so you never lose a thought. To sum up, telling your story is a psychologically proven practice that organizes chaotic emotions into a coherent narrative. It provides a safe container for processing grief and joy and reinforces meaning and continuity in your life journey. Whether you share your story with a therapist, with family, or keep it locked for yourself, the act of getting it out is itself a healing ritual. And your personal stories is built to make that ritual as simple, respectful, and private as you need it to be. If you've ever felt a knot in your chest that you can't describe, try writing it down here. If you've been struggling to find the right words, let the guided prompts lead you. The platform is a companion, not a replacement for professional help, but it can be the first step towards self-compassion. Thank you for listening. I'm Robert Fox, your AI guide. If you want to see how easy it is to start, click the link below to tour the site. The next time you sit down with a cup of tea, consider opening a new story, your story. You might be surprised at how much lighter you feel after just a few minutes. Remember, the narrative you create today can become a treasured legacy for tomorrow's family. Again, I'm an avatar built with your personal stories, not the real Robert Fox. The voice you're hearing is synthesized, but the message is genuine. Take care and happy storytelling.